Inflation has affected every area of the economy over the past few years, but how has it affected the price of senior living and in-home care? It's important to understand the impact that inflation has on different types of senior living so you can make an informed decision. In today's video, we'll discuss how inflation has affected the cost of senior living and in-home care. Hi everyone, and welcome to the channel. I'm Rob King with Valley Senior Advisors. We help seniors find the best senior living options in the Phoenix area, and our services are 100% free. Before we get started, download the Essential Arizona Assisted Living Guide for free at valleysenior.com/assisted living guide, or click the link in the description. Also, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. With that out of the way, let's get on to the video. The American Senior Housing Association recently published a brief called The Surprising Price of Staying in a House. In the brief, they discuss how inflation has affected the costs of in-home care compared to senior living communities. The American Senior Housing Association last published this analysis in 2017, and since the last brief, they've tracked the increase in prices over the past 7 years. Part of the analysis looked at the costs associated with owning or renting a home to evaluate the cost of in-home care. The brief indicated that since 2017, home prices have risen by 22% and rent has risen by 45%. Keep in mind that home prices and rents in the Phoenix area have risen even more than the statistics used in the brief. Also, when calculating the costs of living at home, there are some hidden expenses like property taxes, insurance, and home maintenance, all which have increased since 2017. But the biggest increase of in-home care comes from the cost of the care services themselves. Since 2017, the cost of in-home care has increased by a whopping 75% nationally. This is a huge increase, and it outpaces the inflation we've seen in many other goods and services. So what has driven up the cost of in-home care? Well, there are two main drivers of the inflation of in-home care. The first is an increase in demand for in-home care services. Over the past few years, many seniors have opted for care at home in lieu of moving into a senior living community. In-home care became especially popular during the COVID-19 pandemic as seniors had concerns about potential risks of getting COVID in a senior living community. The increased demand drove up prices as in-home care agencies tried to meet the demand of taking on more clients. The second driver of inflation is labor shortages at in-home care companies. With the sharp increase in demand, in-home care companies have had a hard time hiring and retaining enough trained caregivers. Because of the shortages, in-home care companies have had to raise wages to attract and keep their staff. So how does this compare to the inflation in prices of senior living communities? Well, in comparison, the cost of senior living communities have risen just over 30% nationally since 2017. This is a huge difference in affordability, and it's driven by some key differences in the business models between senior living communities and in-home care companies. The main difference is that senior living communities have what's called economies of scale. In simple terms, this means that senior living communities can spread costs across a large number of residents. This allows them to provide things like meals and care services at a lower per-person cost. Unlike in-home care, where a caregiver may be hired to assist a single person, senior living communities have centralized staffing. Senior living communities can serve more residents with fewer staff per person, reducing the impact of rising labor costs. Another thing the American Senior Housing Association looked at was the affordability of senior living communities today compared to the affordability in 2017. Even with the increased costs of senior living, the average financial situation of seniors has improved as well. Compared to 2017, the data strongly suggests that independent living has become 27% more affordable, assisted living has become 23% more affordable, and memory care has become 22% more affordable. This really helps to put the true costs in perspective. Although prices for senior living have gone up, the cost is actually more affordable than it was 7 years ago. If you have any questions about this study, in-home care, or senior living, give us a call and we'd be happy to help. If you got value from this video, hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. You can hit the notification bell to be notified of when we post new videos. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.